Hello and good evening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the fourth round of the Craftsman Cup Series. Before we have a look at the first two rows of the grid, this is how the championship points looks in the drivers' standings and the rookie points. We're only just showing you the top 10 in the drivers. Dylan Poteet now holds the championship lead, and he's got a 12-point advantage over Jamie Smith, who's having a great start to the season. Cody Lamas sitting in third place. Wes McCall, who won last time out at Nazareth, is up there in fifth place in the championship. The former points leader, Liam Ervik, down in eighth place. And the defending champion of the CCS, Danny Wells, there makes an appearance in the top 10. In the rookie points, Liam Ervik with a bad outing at Nazareth, but he still holds the rookie lead, 2 points over Colin Jones and Brent Wintergreen. And at the back of the points there, is Jack Mitchell. But, you know, there is still plenty of time for these drivers that will make their way up through in the season goes on. So, as you can see, starting on the pole is Levi McIntyre. We saw him last week, who led the most laps last week at Nazareth before his engine conking out. And, yeah, disappointing ending for him. Hopefully he can turn things around here tonight. Started off well by starting on the pole. Next to him will be Kyle Matthews. And also behind them in row 2 will be Brandon Ross. He's got off to a very slow start. Hopefully this will pick up his season. And next to him will be Charles Sanfer in the 32 Tide machine. So let's get these cars on track. 65 laps around this 1.5 mile track. And as the cars go out then to entertain the fans in the crowd, here's a look at the starting grid. Car lights are off and we're going to get ready for 65 laps as the cars make their way out of turn number 4, and it's Levi McIntyre can dictate the pace, and it is about to be showtime under the lights in Atlanta. Green flag is out. We're underway. Well, give Brandon Ross the first lap lead, and he'll get 5 precious points considering how slow start the season that 21 team has had. So Brandon Ross will take any point while he can, and he will lead the first lap. Ali Rain down on the inside with a Brighton number 77 car. It's got Jasper on it instead of Kodak, but now she's running in second place. And also the third car on the inside is the rookie points leader and also former points leader, Liam Ervik in the 20. Danny Wells looks like he's going to go into the middle as the cars fan out 3 wide as they're going back into turn 1. Now, if you also notice there too, these drivers, or the cars, do have the restrictor plates engines in it. So, you know, if they wouldn't have the restrictor plates, then these cars would be going about 210 miles an hour here. We don't want that. So we're going for them just specifically about 180, 190 miles an hour then. Brandon Ross then still leads the way, but it's now Ervik in second. And there's the Schwann's Dodge followed there. That is Austin Plant in the 49. And there's Carson Green, the best placed rookie so far in the race, currently sitting in 5th position. So now we've got 4 cars then going into a single file formation. Hopefully try and pull away from this crazy pack of cars here. Still Ross leads the field, Ervik second, LaPlante in third. Then the first car on the inside. Oh, looks like Ervik is going to make a move for the lead, and he will get 5 points. Oh, meanwhile, the championship leader was nearly in a 3-wide situation. Can't really get him just yet. There he is. 14th in the 19. He's got a Sky Commons on the inside, and the guy right behind Commons is the man who knows how to race around Atlanta, Zachary Fitzwater, as he won and finished in the top 5 in the 2 races we had last season. So he knows how to race around this joint. Behind him, you can see there, RJ Bishop. He's having a fine start to the season in the Coors Light 40 machine. Seth Cole, his teammate, is at the back end. Greg, who's also making an appearance in the top 10. So he's having another fine start there. Now then, let's see what's happening back up at the front. And yep, now Liam Ervik now is the leader, followed by another rookie, Carson Green. So it's rookies 1 and 2, and we're 3 wide for 3rd place now, as Tama Oskin pulls his forward to the inside with some help from Jessica Shelton and Diego Ospina. The Roush Racing teammates then, all 3 of them on the inside. And behind Ospina will be Jack Mitchell. So we've got a few rookies here battling up here in the top 10, 1st and 2nd. And there's Jack Mitchell in the black, number 42, the Texaco Haviland Dodge. Unlike his other 2 teammates, RJ Bishop and Seth Cole, has had a bit of a slow start to the season. But this could be a good race for him to turn things around here, as the top 2 are starting to pull away from the Roush teammates of Oskin and Shelton. And Ospina actually helped Shelton, the more experienced of the 2 drivers. And Michael Norman then puts his car in the middle. There's Alex Rowe in the green and black, number 37. As we're hitting on lap 9 out of 65. And it's all been good racing here so far. Let's have a look then through the back of the pack. There's a look at last week's winner there. Where's McCall? There he is in the red and black number 0 car, side by side with the pole sitter Levi McIntyre, as we're looking at the champion Danny Wells, who crossed the line last time by in 27th place, started 8th, and he's just tumbling his way down through the order. And there's the man 2nd in points, Jamie Smith. Got Colin Jones right behind him. You can see in that Lucas Oil Chevrolet for Morgan McClure. Side by side with Dylan Young, who started last on the grid. There's the outside pole sitter behind Dylan Young. Kyle Matthews says, we the coasters there, friend. Back there and all. Meanwhile, back up front for the lead now, Carson Green wants a piece of the lead and takes 5 points away from Ervik. And indeed he does. Carson then now inherits the lead. And he's going to bring Ospina to the inside, although Ospina had a great run. Carson gives him the room, and now here comes Jack Mitchell in the 42. And look who's behind him too, the 29 of Fitzwater. Like I says, he knows how to race at this joint. And he's back up at the front where he belongs. Carson had to do a little bit of a lift in the middle of 3 and 4. So that might lose him a teensy bit of speed. Side by side across the start-finish line. I think Mitchell may have led that lap, as he's 3 wide in the middle, just slightly ahead. There's a look then at Charlie Buxton in the 89. And I thought Christian Martin was going to help him, but no, he goes into the middle. Wes McCall looks like he's going to nearly follow suit, as they nearly went 4 wide in 3. And there's the 18 there, the pink and light blue number 18. That's Cody Lamas. He's 3rd in the championship. And he started on the back row, 41st place. It's not an uncommon thing, as he nearly is in a 4-wide situation with Matt McIntyre and Wes McCall. Backed out of it there, as Jesse Turner's had the spin. He's had some help. He's had some help, and he's upside down. Massive impact for Jesse Turner, tumbling into turn 3. It was Colin Jones that helped him around, but that is a monster accident for Jesse Turner. First caution is out on lap number 13. That's unlucky for some. And the field have actually come back to the caution flag. Oh, James Qualls. Oh, and there's contact between Jamie Smith and Seth Cole, and they've kept it going there. But that was an almighty accident for Jesse Turner. Hopefully he will be okay But the caution is out then for the first time tonight. And while all the drivers are all slowing down to get back with the pace car, let's have a look at what happened to poor Jesse. So here's a replay. Not looking here at the Goodyear blimp, but just looking at from a different camera angle. Yep, they were in a 4-wide situation yet again. Matt McLean was also on the outside, Danny Wells, and then Colin Jones, the rookie, just goes into the left rear quarter panel of the 10 and just continuously spins him around. And then, oh, he's just pushing him over. He's just flipped him over. Colin Jones hits the inside wall pretty hard. And then there goes the 10 car tumbling. That's one flip. That's, yeah, that was one flip. That's when the engine decides to give up the ghost. There's, that was like a half flip, wasn't it? 1.5 flip there. There's two flips, 3 flips. And this is where it gets a little bit more dangerous here because that's when the more tumbles appeared there. Yeah, so a very vicious crash there for Jesse Turner. Hopefully things will be all right for him. And a couple of races ago, he was in the top 10 in points. He had a bad outing at Nazareth that fell him out of the top 10. And this is not going to help his cause too, to get himself back into the top 10. So hopefully Jesse's all right. Let's get back to the racing. And we should have actually carried on until see how the drivers all came out in the pit lane. But as you see there, Sam Oskin will lead the field to the pit stops. So it'll be the first pit stops then of this race. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last one. So Sam Oskin will bring the whole field in. The championship leader there in 3rd. Then the rookie Brent Wintergreen in 4th. And then Jack Mitchell ended up being in 5th place as Fitzwater heads his car into the pits. And later on there, we'll see Sam Oskin and he will drive his car into the pits, the National Guard Ford. Closely followed behind by his teammate Carson Gum. There goes Rowan, Green and Shelton and Matt McIntyre all going by. LaPlante, Sanford, Dunham, Nally Rain. Oh, just a quick pit stop then for Oskin. And he's going to come out just ahead of Liam Ervig, who hasn't yet made his stop just yet. There's the badly damaged car of there. Oh, looks like Charlie Buxton's going to come out in 2nd place. And I think Dylan Young, who's got some damage on the right side there. So, yeah, Dylan Young's got some damage, but he's going to come out in 3rd place. So, probably some drivers then making some fuel-only pit stops. Fitzwater comes out in 5th. Then it's Mitchell who goes out ahead of Wintergreen. They came in behind. So, good stop there for the 42 bunch. So, let's see what they all fared out when we get back to the green flag. Well, we're getting back to the green flag. We will be on lap 18 out of 65. Sam Oskin came into the pits as leading, and he comes out leading. Charlie Buxton made a great pit stop. He must have done a fuel-only pit stop. He is 2nd place. Dylan Young, who started dead last in 3rd. There's the championship leader. Dylan Poteet in 4th. 5th is Fitzwater. Jack Mitchell in 6th. Then Brent Wintergreen in 7th, Alex Rowe in 8th, Austin LaPlante 9th, and Cody Lammers, who started also in the back row, like the same as Young, and is going to restart in 10th place. So let's get going then, back underway. Green flag is out, lap 18 out of 65. And also we've just heard reports saying that Jesse Turner is awake and alert. He is perfectly okay, so that's good to hear there from Jesse. Not a good start then for Sam Oskin, already losing the lead to Charlie Buxton. And I think that will probably be the first time that Buxton will lead a CCS race, if he can hold on to it and get himself 5 points. This won't actually help him in the rookie standings. You won't get any bonus points for leading a lap in the rookie of the season standings, but you will get him 5 points for the Drivers' Championship, and indeed give it to him. 5 points for Charlie Buxton for leading a lap in the CCS. I tell you what, Dylan Young is, I'm guessing the damage is a bit too far-fetched. Look at him, he is really falling down the order. He restarted 3rd, he came across the line in 9th place, and he's got a problem. He's got a problem. Dylan Young has a problem from 3rd place, and he's into the pits. So Dylan Young, who started dead last, got up to as high as 3rd place. And yet there, I think he's got the no fuel thing, I'm guessing. Oh, disaster. There's Nick Gunther, who doesn't have a bonnet. Well, we don't know what happened to Nick Gunther, but the Daytona 500 champion does not have a bonnet. Interesting to see that. But now with Dylan Young now, that's actually given a real spread. We've got the lead pack, followed by a second pack, which is led by... I don't know really. It could be Danny Wells actually. Yeah, the champion Danny Wells. Alongside there is Brand Tedesco. And out goes Dylan Young. Out he goes. And looks like the car looks like it's also sort of like misfired in there. So Wes McCall's pretty much by himself. Then you've got this pack here, the second pack, led by Tedesco, who needs a great run. I think Brand Tedesco comes into this race 41st in the points. Not a good start then for the defending All-Star champion. But he's going to bring a pack of cars here to try and catch up to the lead pack. But first of all, they've got to get by the Nazareth winner from a week ago. There's the zero car of Wes McCall. So disaster, unfortunately, then. And wow, look at all these Roush Racing teammates then up at the front. Shelton, Carson, Gum. Then you got Ospina. Then the 16. Only just missing is the 6. And you can just see him there. The white, light bluish, sort of smallish bit of red on there. He's at the back end of the steep pack. He's side by side with Cody Lammers. So Jessica Shelton leads a lap. Carson Gum, who's not yet won a CCS race in his career. Looking good so far. And that's Scott's forward for Roush Racing as Brent Wintergreen looks to the inside on Ospina and he will take third place away. Trent Dunham looks like he's got some renewed confidence in that team after picking up a top 10 a week ago, but under for threat now from Alex Rowe, who drives his Polka Dodge on the inside for R&J Racing. Oh, and Dylan Young then finally comes out of the pit lane, so I don't know if problems of behold. There's Colin Jones with James Quarles back here. There is Chris Summers on the outside, losing spots to Charles Sanford, Ali Rain and Jamie Smith. Brandon Ross is also at the back there too. And there's Seth Cole with his teammate RJ Bishop just ahead. And now you've got Daniel Voiles, Liam Irving and Joshua Collard and his teammate Kyle Matthews side by side. And you also got the Robert Yates teammates drivers together, the 38 and the 88. Behind them is Noah Carson, the 44. This is basically the second pack, as now the other pack that was led by Tedesco has caught up now, and he's got a heck of a run on the inside of Nathan Hudson, as we've got a battle for the lead here as Brent Wintergreen showed great promise from him a couple of weeks ago at Auto Club, but there he is. He's going to try and take his Jack Daniels car to the lead, and he's got some help with Trent Dunham, the points leader, and Jack Mitchell. And I think Wintergreen is going to lead a lap as Dylan Young, still has problems and keeps going into the pit lane. So I believe Wintergreen, he did lead that lap. He did lead the lap. So he gets 5 points now. Trent Dunham, car 1 is now in position 1. Trent Dunham, who won a season ago at Kentucky. So he knows how to race around these 1.5 mile tracks. There he is. Also had a great outing in the early round at Texas, but not the second part of Texas where he was involved in a massive accident. But he leads the way and he will get 5 points. And I think that's the first time he has led a CCS race this season. Here comes the points leader. He's made the move on the inside. He was committed to it. Trent saw the run and he left him room, just barely. And again, Dylan Young still having problems with that car. Colin Jones and James Quarles, they're still at the back of the field here. A couple of Hendrick drivers at the back here too. Michael Norman, Chris Summers and Seth Cole. 6th in the championship, currently 32nd. So not going at all well here for Seth Cole, who finished runner-up a week ago. There's the pole sitter, Levi McIntyre in the 88. Cream across the line, 22nd. But it's going to lose even more positions here as that second pack is starting to catch up now. And there's Charlie Buxton, who restarted in 2nd place, is down in 19th position now. Jack Mitchell now puts his Texaco Haviland Dodge into the lead. So look at the rookies then, picking up leads now, picking up lead laps, getting themselves 5 bonus points. And look who's behind Ospina. There he is, the 29, Zachary Fitzwater. Now Ospina, Diego Ospina is going to have a look for the lead. He will challenge it and he will take it. Oh, is he? Oh, will Mitchell have the run? Oh, they're going to go 3 wide for the lead now. Chevy on the inside, Ford in the middle, Dodge on the outside. And it's going to be the Chevrolet of Zachary Fitzwater that's going to inherit the lead away from Ospina. Or is he? Someone's scraping the wall. That might have been the rookie Jack Mitchell. That could have been. Now, I think there's like another bit of pack rate, like another bit of... Well, I don't think there is, maybe. No, I don't think so. There's a look then at Cody Lamas. Side by side with Vic, his teammate. And again, we don't know the mysterious case of what happened to Nick Gunther with his bonnet being taken off. And you've got the two Petty drivers teammates working together, the 45 of Matthews and Joshua Collard, who dives down on the inside of his teammate. And now you've got Matt McLean leading this pack of cars, followed by Anthony McCreary, the team he drove for last season. Actually kind of ironic because it was McCreary that won the night race here in the penultimate round of last season where he beat Matt McLean when Matt McLean was driving the 8 car. So those two then reunite in their battle. The only difference though is this for 27th place. And Brandon Ross also at the tail end of this lead pack too. So I don't know what's happening there with Brandon Ross, but there's still plenty of racing still to go as Fitzwater then back into the lead. And now here comes Sky Commons, and Trent Dunham has worked his way back up here now. Great racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Cars moving left, right and centre. Oh, Trent provided the same real estate on the track there. And look at the Chevy contingency of them on the inside. And here comes last week's winner, Wes McCall, also showing some muscle in that Net Zero Chevrolet for RCNC Racing. Tedisco looks to the inside. They're catching up on some lap traffic now. And that is the 11th of Nick Gunther. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. Probably it will be. We have seen drivers slowing down other cars. So now Fitzwater leads. Common second. Dunham in third. But McCall looks to the inside now. And we'll take third place away from Trent Dunham as they're catching up on the slow car of Nick Gunther. We're hitting now on... We're into the second half of the race now. Lap 36 out of 65. And Commons is challenging Fitzwater for the lead. While Wes McCall's going to get a double toe and try and get the slipstream off the pair of them. And will he go 3 wide to the bottom of the track, maybe? No, just tucks in behind the 00. Now we're 3 wide behind. And now they are catching up to the lap car now of Nick Gunther. Well, to put him a lap down. Still Dylan Young having problems. Another lap in the books have been completed. And now this is when they're going to... And now Commons nearly gets held up. Now Gunther goes to the middle of the track and blocks the 29 of Fitzwater. So the inside has worked. Well, Fitzwater's gone by. I don't think he's been held up not too long. But now the outside row is starting to hurt. As now Daniel Voiles has got held up behind, as well as Jack Mitchell and Trent Dunham. Oh, Daniel Voiles is going to be absolutely frustrated as Wes McCall led that lap and he'll get another 5 points. Yeah, Daniel Voiles has been stuck behind the 11 of Nick Gunther now for a full lap and he's going down the order. But he can't go on the inside, he can't force an issue on the inside because cars are passing him on the left side of him. Yep, and still Daniel Voiles getting held up behind. Now he's finally found some space and he can finally get rid of the 11 car. Now Christian Martin might get stuck behind him. Eventually they do there, so that's a good file of single racing here. It's anyone's guess up at the front. It's Brand Tedisco now showing some muscle in the 7 Jim Beam Chevy. And here comes Alex Rowe. Alex Rowe in the green and black. Oh, and Austin Plants up against the wall. Caution's out. Second time. And he's going to slide down into Jamie Smith, and that's a big impact. And upside down goes Charles Sanfer. I think they were going to go and do some pit stops there, but that was an almighty... Another car tumbled upside down. And you can see Matt McLean, Danny Wells, Seth Cole, Michael Norman all going into the pit lane to do a pit stop. So the caution is out for the second time tonight, and it was another big accident and another car tumbling over. As the cars have actually picked up the pace car, who was leading it then towards the caution, and it is the 7 of Brandon Tedisco Now, is he going to go into the pits? I think he is. Yeah, I think he probably will be. But we will check we will have a look at a replay to bring out caution number 2. But I think everyone looks like they're going to... Oh, no. Tedesco's going to stay out. And so too Alex Rowe. That might be not a good choice there, really. As I said, we just saw Daniel Voles' car just there go into... Well, he's just basically retired from the race there. So, disappointment there for the 38 team. And it was all stuck behind Nick Gunther in the process. So, a few cars have made into the pit stops during the caution. I think the others will come in the second time around. Fitzwater comes out again. Oh, it's just a real tight pit lane here. Out goes Ospina. Crucially, comes out ahead of Fitzwater. Yep, so he's going to... Oh, no, Kyle Matthews is going to beat them. Kyle Matthews beat Diego Ospina. So, there we go. Few only pit stop for the 45, potentially. We'll find out. Anyway, caution is out. Second time tonight. Let's have a look. So here we go then. Looking at the view of Austin the Plant. And he just turns down on Joshua Collard. Not unless he was trying to make a pit stop. But he turned down. And Levi McIntyre misses the 49. But nowhere for Daniel Voiles, his teammate. Nowhere for him to go. And just piles into the 49. And then there's going to be some more cars involved. Jamie Smith, second in the championship. He gets involved in it. Here he comes then. Here he comes. Bang. Just clips him. And there's the 32. Nowhere for him to go. That is a monster hit there. And the 32 tumbles. That's the second driver that we've seen flipping over in this race there. But hopefully all the drivers will be okay there. But nowhere for both Daniel Voiles and Sanford to go during this accident. Nowhere to go here for Daniel Voiles. On board with him. On board with Joshua Collard. Did Austin Plant turn down on Collard? I think he put on the brakes quite a bit going into 3, I reckon. Hopefully that's not going to damage the front of Joshua's Dodge. And we'll get one more view. This is Austin Plant. Did he lift going into 3? He did. He just gave a little slight lift. I was wondering if he was going to make a pit stop. To be fair, in Austin, he was in completely the wrong lane if he was going to make a pit stop. And now you can see the 32 just landing on all fours now. And you join us back here. And this is the second batch of cars that have decided to come into the pits now. So Tedesco comes in. So the guys that stayed out during the first lap of caution, they all decided to come in. Might be a good strategy then if it's going to be like tyre strategy towards the end. Well, pit stop strategy towards the end. That maybe that one lap difference could make it from winning the race and losing the race, but it looks like it's just going to be a 2-tyre pit stop for Tedesco, as well as for Commons too. So it probably might be 2 tyres is the way to go here. Carson Gum comes out. Noah Carr's then putting his 2 tyres on, and now he goes. Carson Green comes out ahead of Carson Gum. So very interesting, different sort of laps where drivers have made pit stops. Let's see where this all fared out then. Welcome back then to what has been a pretty amazing CCS race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Loads of leaders, different laps, different drivers leading. It's just been pretty much eventful race here so far, and long may it continue for the next 20 laps or so. Anyway, we're going to go back to the green flag, and it's going to be Matt McLean. The drivers that made the pit stop whilst the caution came out, they are leading the race. So it's Matt McLean leading. And that's Nick Gunther. He's on the tail end of the lead lap, though. Danny Wells in second. Seth Cole third and Michael Roman. Those are the 4 drivers that pitted when the caution initially came out. Then you've got Kyle Matthews, Ospina, followed by Fitzwater, the 19 of Dylan Poteet, and Wes McCall. Brandon Tedesco comes out during the second stop there in 28th place. But there is still time to make up as we're back underway. Now, the 11 car is quite slow, so let's see what happens with this as we go 3 wide for the lead, and Seth Cole gets the lead, but he's going to get held up behind the slow Nick Gunther, who nearly comes up in front of Matt McLean, and now Danny Wells gets held up behind him. Oh, this is going to make an absolute massive stack up here. Look what Nick is doing. What's he doing? What on earth is Nick Gunther doing? And what's happened to Kyle Matthews? He's all coming into the pit lane. Have we all got away with that? Have we all got away with that? Yes, there's no yellow flag. I think I just heard some squealing. Yes, I have. And who was that? Oh, it's Chris Summers and Alex Rowe. Alex Rowe, that's the third time now. I believe the caution will come out because of it. Yep, and indeed it is. And there's Kyle Matthews, puts his car into the pit lane. Meanwhile, they're battling side by side for the lead. And is it Matt McLean or is it Seth Cole? The answer is still Matt McLean. So Matt McLean comes across the line to get the caution flag, but that was just a lap and a half of absolute sheer madness there, that Nick Gunther went from the top of the track to go to the bottom of the track. Absolute madness there from Nick Gunther. I don't know what on earth he was thinking there. But yeah, Matt McLean did officially cross the line leading, so he will come back to the caution. So let's see what happened then on caution number 3 to see what happened to the 37 and the 48, who's running in the top 10 in the drivers' points. So this is when the 11 got out of everyone's way and it just completely stacked up the whole field. But just... let's have a look then going into turn 1, because I didn't have a real good look at this. Let's see. Oh, Noah Carr's just scraped the wall and then just slightly comes down to the 37 of Alex Rowe that spun his teammate Chris Summers around, and Matt McIntyre also goes for a slide too. So they were going 4 wide, and then McIntyre slaps the wall too, so his car might be slightly damaged from it too, but quite a bit of substantial driver's side damage then to the 48. But that was all because of the 44 just kissing the wall and then tries to get off it immediately, but they just drove into Alex Rowe, who was just, well, as well as the 48 and the 22 were just innocent in all of that. They went going 4 wide into turn 1, and that's what happened. Noah Carr scraped the wall, drove down into the 37, and then spun the 48 and the 22 with him. Interesting developments then as we're coming towards the ending of the CCS race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Matt McLean still holds on to the lead. Also note as well, the lights on the pace car are off. Seth Cole in a second, so it was as you were before they went back to green flag racing. Ospina in third. 4th is now Jack Mitchell. Best place of the rookies so far. 5th is Danny Wells. Michael Norman in 6th. Danny Wells' teammate and points leader Paul Teat in 7th, I believe it is. Yep. Then Fitzwater in 8th. 9th is Sam Oskin, and in 10th place is Christian Martin. Any improvement on Tedesco? He's up to 22nd. He restarted 28th, so he gained 6 places during that little stint whilst the caution came out. Anyway, pace car is off. Matt McLean can dictate when he can get going, and he will get going right about now as Ospina and Mitchell go to the outside. That's fair. That's absolutely fine. But we go back under green flag, and actually, what a great start from Matt McLean. Now, I do believe the 45... He did pit. Now, I don't know where he actually is on the track, if he is a lap down. He is a lap down in 36th place. And meanwhile, the 2 Evernham teammates are working well together. They're 2nd and 3rd now behind Matt McLean, who has gone on to lead another lap. Now McLean sees the run, blocks the run that Wells and Paul T had. And now here comes Fitzwater. He's going to look low, but Danny Wells goes a bit lower. Paul T bails out from his teammate. I think I just heard Matt McLean just have a big lift in the 3 and now put Danny Wells into the lead. I think that's the first time that Danny Wells has led a lap in the CCS. As we're on lap 52 out of 65. 14 laps to go. Wells leads. There's Fitzwater yet again in position to get probably his 2nd win at Atlanta. And behind him is Wes McCall with Michael Norman. There's a look at the pace car again. It's Noah's Ark here. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And then you've got 3 wide racing. And that's Joshua Collard. Good to see Joshua Collard up here now. Nearly battling. I think he's actually got himself into the top 10. as the car's starting to fan out 4 wide in places now. Look at this now. It's getting into the last laps of the race now. It's every man for himself as Jack Mitchell shuts the door in Shelton's face to try and help his teammate. And there's a big one. This is going to be the big one, folks. The big one has happened in Atlanta. Shelton is around. Brandon Ross is going to tumble. Liam Ervig has tumbled as well. The big one has happened in Atlanta. Carson Green with a lot of damage. Colin Jones also has as well. Noah Cars. The big one has just happened at Atlanta Motor Speedway here on lap 54. And that has took out a bunch of cars. Shelton, her day is done. So too is Ali Rain, her fellow female competitor. Carson Green into the pits. He's done. Poteet, the championship leader, out of the race. Look at the damage there to the second place driver in points. Jamie Smith, RJ Bishop, another driver that's in the top 10. The pole sitter, Levi McIntyre, out of the race and all. Brandon Ross, who needed a great run, out of the race. You see him just there, the light blue Air Force car, out. A load of drivers have retired from this race. Big moment there. I'd say maybe about 15, 20 cars. Nathan Hudson's got some damage too. He's also got some left side damage. I think there's going to be some cars coming into pit lane. Brent Wintergreen's going to go into the pits. So too is Diego Ospina. So a few drivers then coming into the pit lane. Look at the damage there on the Jack Daniels car. Yeah, his car is destroyed. He will not carry on. Unfortunately, Wintergreen will be out possibly. Well, out goes Noah Cars. His cars looks like it's okay, but he'll be a lap down now. But a monster accident on the backstretch on lap 54. Let's take a look at it. This is going to be a look here from the Goodyear blimp. So what happens here to cause the big one? Does the 19... Ooh, Joshua Collard's in a bit of a pickle there. That's what happens there. He got squeezed. He was in the middle there. I think there was nowhere for him to go, really. He wasn't going to back out of it. There's Liam Ervig. He just gets tapped by the 43. And there, the 88 hits the 17. And this is where the big one happens here, right behind. Loads of cars involved. Look at Cody Lammers just come flying in there. Ali Rain took a big hit there with Carson Green. RJ Bishop also getting some air in the 40 car. He must have got pounded by the rear by Colin Jones. Jamie Smith, nowhere for him to go. Matt McIntyre, nowhere for him to go. Andy McCrory. There goes Nick Gunther, who's just casually just turning his way around. He's going to gain a whole load of spots because of it. But a massive accident there. And Brandon Ross actually lands on his roof. And yeah, absolutely big accident there. We're talking about maybe 20 cars involved in this. I think Nathan Hudson had the best view of all of them, right on both of them. He was going to get through that too, but he got clipped from the rear and then there's someone else hit from the side. And this is looking back here from Carson Gumb's rear view camera. Also noticed too, Colin Jones got some airtime from the rear now. And on board from Jamie Smith, he was 32nd across the line. Oh wow, he just careered into Colin Jones, who then went into the back of RG. And one more view, this is from Brandon Tedesco. He got through this, I believe. Yeah, not too much damage on the car, only just a little bit of front end. Hopefully that's not going to affect them during the end of the race. Well, what an absolute massive crash on the backstretch we've got here there. I must have counted at least a total of about 23 cars involved in that accident. And yeah, we don't have a lot of cars left now, unfortunately. But Danny Wells, he'll happily take it though, because he will be leading the field back to the green flag, hopefully until the end. We're going to be on lap 58 out of 65, so we're going to have about 8 more laps of racing still to go. Fitzwater in second, McCall in third, Seth Cole in fourth, Michael Norman in fifth. Excuse me there. Jack Mitchell in sixth, Joshua Collard, a much needed run in 7th place, but we'll see if his car is damaged due to what happened in the big one. 8th is Sam Oskin, 9th is Christian Martin. Kyle Matthews is running a lap down, but it's 10th place for Charlie Buxton, and he's right behind the runner-up of the CCS last season, Carson Gum, as we're back underway on lap 58. Fitzwater has a look to the inside, and Danny Wells is going to lose the lead to Fitzwater and going to lose 2nd place to Wes McCall, potentially 3rd place to Michael Norman. And Jack Mitchell going side by side with his teammate going into 3 and 4. I think Joshua Collard's car might be slightly okay. He's going to lose a spot though, potentially to the 12 of Christian Martin, and maybe Charlie Buxton as well is there too in the 89. But Michael Norman then in the 5. He's actually having a much more better season than what he did last season here. I know he ended the season with a victory, but he's going to go up there and lead this race potentially. And indeed he will go through. So now the 5 of Michael Norman is leading the race, and he will get 5 points now. Wes McCall down to 2nd. Jack Mitchell still side by side with his teammate of Seth Cole. Now he's side by side with Danny Wells as the 2 Dodge drivers trying to work together on the outside. But Michael Norman leads. Wells cuts low on McCall for 2nd spot. Don't forget that pink car, that's Kyle Matthews. He's running a lap down. He's not in contention to win this race. He is a lap down. Danny Wells then to the inside for the lead, as we've got 5 laps to go. The 9 on the inside, the 5 on the outside. And Danny Wells takes the lead back again. Look at the 24 of James Qualls. We didn't see him in the early goings of the race. He was like miles back from the lead pack. He was battling with Colin Jones. There he is, showing some muscle in the 24 DuPont car. There he is now, running in P11. Trying to help Charlie Buxton to get closer to the back of Joshua Collard and Fitzwater and Christian Martin. No, in fact, he's going to drive low on the inside now. Some of the drivers that were involved in the accident there. We saw Trent Dunham. He was spinning around in the big one. There he is now in 12th position. And Brant Tedisco running 13th, with Cody Lammers 14th, and Andy McCrory in 15th place. And James Qualls has gone by Charlie Buxton. Watch out for the 24. He could be a dark horse here. Some drivers actually coming into the pits, I saw a notice there too. Oh, that's Ospina. Ospina's just coming out of the pit lane, so he's now a lap down. But watch out for James Qualls. He is a man on a mission. I don't think he'll have time, though, to catch up with the leader, Danny Wells, who's got 3 laps to go. My apologies. 3 laps for Danny Wells to hold on to finally get a CCS win. A little lift in the middle of 3 and 4. Seth Cole running in 3rd. Wes McCall in 4th. 5th is Jack Mitchell, and the best place of the rookies. 6th place is Oskin, about to be passed by the lap car. Oh, here comes Mitchell. Mitchell going for 4th place on Wes McCall. It's going to enable the 3 cars, though, to pull away, and it's going to be a 3-horse race for the win. Wells still has it. Norman in 2nd, and Seth Cole running now in 3rd place. Wes McCall holds on to that 4th place then. But we are going to get the white flag lap. 1 more lap to go for the defending champion of the Craftsman Cup Series. Never won a race last season. Can he break that duck here tonight? Or can Michael Norman or Seth Cole make a run on the backstretch? For the final time, then they go. Jack Mitchell and Wes McCall, they're far back. They're not going to win it. It's down to 3 these drivers. Is it Wells? Is it Norman? Is it Cole? They come off of turn 3 and turn 4. They're catching up on the slow car of newer cars. He's not going to get them, though. But it's going to be Danny Wells that's going to hold them off and take the victory at Atlanta. Michael Norman gets 2nd place. Seth Cole continues his good run He got second last time out at Nazareth. That's a third place finish then for a former champion. Jack Mitchell gets a top 5. He didn't get by Wes McCall, but what a finish in a race that was there. Congratulations then to everybody, but especially though to Danny Wells. He is the victor of tonight's race at Atlanta, and he finally has a win now under his belt as he turns his way into the pit lane to celebrate with his mechanics and the team. But there you go. What a race that was there. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to give this race a like. If you want to be involved in the CCS, there's a Discord group page. You want to get involved in it, you're more than welcome to. It'll be in the link. But until then, we will see you then next week for the first road course of the season. We're going to be at Papyrus next week for the 5th round. So until then, we'll see you later.